Ready down there? Oh.
Hello, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Development Review Board meeting, January 4th, 2022. Happy New Year, everyone. And we'll get right to it. We only have one item on this week's menu or agenda, but first I just want to remind anybody who needs to speak tonight to sign in. And Dan, would you read the oath, please?
Sure. Okay. If you do speak this evening, we ask that you sign in, and it includes the following oath statement. I solemnly swear or affirm under the pains and penalty of perjury that the statements I make, testimony I give, and other evidence I submit to the board at the board's public hearing held on this date shall be true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. And again, by signing in, you are signing that oath statement. We also do have to do the minutes, if anybody remembers, from July of 2021. So if anybody...
Do we have a motion for the minutes?
Second. Motion to approve.
All right. And 9 seconds. All in favor? And I'll abstain because I did not attend that meeting.
And you can remember that far back. Couldn't you?
Yes. And then, do we have any ex parte communications regarding the item that's in front of the board tonight? None seen.
Okay.
So, my name is Eamon Mulligan. I work for MSK Engineers. I am here tonight on behalf of the town of Bennington and the Bennington Rural Fire Department to present a two-lot subdivision of the town's property located on Orchard Road. The property was previously used by the town of Bennington as a rural highway garage, with the northern portion being the home of the rural firehouse. Sitting underneath that is land that was basically leased to the fire department through three separate leases from the town of Bennington. And the leases began in '65, and there are three 99-year leases. The goal tonight is to subdivide this portion of the property off, as well as a small rectangular portion just to the south of the lease area, which consists of this rectangular portion here. The additional land would be this rectangular portion here, for possible future development, given the fact that apparently fire engines are becoming larger and are harder to house with the existing structure. But that is not a portion of this project. The main goal is to subdivide off this northern section so that it can be conveyed to the fire department.
Dan, I have a question.
Sure.
Didn't we do this a couple of months ago? And what's the difference between this and what he's at, what we did before?
We haven't done a boundary line adjustment of this property in the past.
It was so familiar, I thought we'd done it already.
No, this is new. Yeah, well, yes, new.
Eamon, could I just confirm that the setbacks between the salt shed and the proposed boundary line meet the town standards?
Yes, they do, yes.
Okay.
They were reviewed prior to setting that line.
Any other questions?
I don't know, does that eliminate the lease? Do they own the property?
What's that?
This firehouse is on a lease, that property?
That's correct, yes. So the entire property is currently owned by the town of Bennington.
Right.
And the firehouse is owned by the fire.
Will the fire department own that property?
The goal is to convey all of this land to the fire department so that then the fire department would own the land that the firehouse is on.
It has not occurred yet, but there is an agreement that it will be
that's
deeded to the rural fire department.
Yeah.
That's the select board has agreed to that transfer.
Any other citizen comments?
Somebody say something.
Does anybody have a motion for the board?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Any
Okay.
opposed? No?
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks,
We will have a meeting in 2 weeks. There will be, I think Eamon's firm is actually involved in that too. I call it the old Hyundai garage. It's been vacant for several years. There's a proposed development on that property, so we will have a meeting in 2 weeks, so 2 in a row. That's pretty good. But just want to make sure everybody was aware of that.
Any other business?
Are we done?
Charlie moves to adjourn. Any second?
Just a second.
All right, all in favor?
I'm going to vote against it.
Thank you, everybody, for coming
Thank
tonight. I
you.
appreciate it.
Wow.